Units report in.
Red 10 standing by.
Red 3.
Red 3
Dude!
standing by. Red 6.
I was supposed to go next. Why aren't we counting down in order? Either an up count or a down count? Why? Red 13 standing by. Hello there, subjects of the Empire. That's how they used to introduce every episode of Imperial Propaganda. You guys subscribe to that channel? I've been thinking, maybe it's not too late for us to surrender. Or better yet, hyperdrive out of here. Don't misunderstand me, guys. I'm not a coward. But after watching every episode of Imperial Propaganda is made, I've started to think, maybe their side isn't so bad. Maybe our glorious Emperor does know best. Before we decide to attack or not, I think we should play this game. Super Star Wars for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. If we can destroy the Death Star in this game, then maybe we'll have a chance to attack it for real. What do you say, guys? Don't answer that. I'm gonna play this game anyways.
Episode 4, A New Hope. It is a period of civil war. Rebel spaceships striking from a hidden base have won their first victory against the evil Galactic Empire. During the battle, Rebel spies managed to steal secret plans to the Empire's ultimate weapon, the Death Star, an armored space station with enough firepower to destroy an entire planet. Pursued by the Empire's sinister agents, Princess Leia races home on board her starship, custodian of stolen plans that can save her people and restore freedom to the galaxy. Welcome to Imperial Propaganda's playthrough of Super Star Wars for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. This is the second time recording our vocals. We originally did it while we were playing the game, but the audio got messed up, so we did our best to remove those vocals and are now putting these new ones over it. So first you'll notice the game starts with a different angle. The Star Destroyer isn't coming overhead, things just coming from the opposite way. And there goes the escape pod. This game came out in 1992, and it was a very hard game. Still is. Which is kind of why we aren't just replaying it. These games were so hard. When you typically die, you have to start all the way back at the beginning. And there wasn't really a save function. We are kind of cheating because we are playing it on the PlayStation 4. A re-release version of the game, which had a semi-function to allow you to save your game somewhat. So, here we see Luke Skywalker shooting his lasers like crazy. Luke can't run and shoot, he pretty much stand and shoot there. And he's finding things. That's a Scorpion, which I guess they have on Tatooine. And they shoot green laser bombs. And I'm just shooting like crazy. And there's the Minoc. I guess we got Minocs 2 on Tatooine. And we shoot him, hearts fall down. And here we have a giant Scorpion. And kill it, it becomes 2 little Scorpions. Which just makes sense. And in this game, you're basically a lot of running, shooting. Yep, and there's a Womp Rats, which just come out of nowhere, and the green. And I'm shooting them all. And there's a lot of them. Just seems like an endless supply. And more hearts. Okay, we're coming up with something. That's a gun. Blaster power up. We now have the flame weapon. So the flame's kind of a slow gun to me. I'm not sure it's actually better than the basic laser, but there are Luke Skywalker's blasting away. And he's jumping like crazy. Now, these is one of those older games, retro games, and basically, if you touch an enemy, you will pretty much get injured. So blasting them. At this point of my playthrough again, it's been a while since. Oh, look up there, another blaster, and I missed it. Okay, I was kind of stupid then, and now I'm trying to remember how to jump. There's a regular jump here, and if you're right, you do a double jump. I think it's double tap. Jumping plays a key part in this game. You have to make sure you do your jumps right. And right up here, getting ready for something. Look, there's a sandworm. I'm not sure that's from Dune or this thing here. Another giant scorpion. And I think that skeleton back there might be a is a quack dragon? Nope, more marks above me. A lot of this game is just an endless onslaught of being attacked from all directions. There's another one. And when you get when you change course and go back, a lot of the enemies will come back to life. And have more text from above. Try to avoid those guys. Oh, another sandworm. More attacks. So in this game, you can play as multiple characters, but you first have to play as Luke for a while. And I do not understand how anyone can live on Tatooine. The place is so dangerous all the time. So I believe now I'm coming up to the first boss, the Sarlacc pit monster. Yes, you fight the Sarlacc earlier on in A New Hope. So the Sarlacc, it actually comes fully out of the ground, and it spits out rocks at you. And you see I'm basically trying to hit its weak point right there. So just crouch down and just keep shooting. But when it gets too close, you kind of super jump out of the way. You'll notice that it sort of just slaps you silly with its tentacles. It doesn't grab you and pull it down. And being sort of, okay, I'm doing there. More firing. Now, usually what happens is it will come close, attack you, they don't go far away. But at that point there was kind of too close. And if you shoot up, you can sort of shoot the boulders out of the way before they hit you. Which I'm doing right there. It's pretty much just, stay there, shoot the rocks away, and just keep shooting it. Till eventually, you'll get it. And right there. And now it just starts exploding. And you can start to jump around while you wait. And stage clear. That was the first stage. Over here. Hey, hey, help, help. I am C-3PO, human cyborg relations. Something terrible has happened. My counterpoint R2-D2 has been captured by Jawas. We must find him. That was my pretty sad impersonation. So we were on second stage, the sand speeder, or sorry, the land speeder, and we were basically flying around all the place, shooting Jawas. Now, in this level, the controls, you drive forward, land speeder will, go forward. But you cannot shoot and go forward at the same time. You sort of have to stop and reverse in order to fire those blasters. So the Jawas will fight you on the little, little speed type things, and they will throw thermal detonators at you. And there are, of course, Womprettes there too. And I think those are the moisture evaporators there. Or the moisture collectors. Because Luke's a farmer that farms moisture, and I guess those things, you put them in the ground, and I guess they suck moisture out of the air. And you have to, of course, you have to blast them too. Or not. I think it's blast for fun. And when you shoot Jawas, they of course fly up into space. Oh, hit a rock. and I got hit by a thermal detonator. So when you kill enough Jawas, you're told to head towards the sandcrawler. So we're spinning there, and it's very hard to actually change direction. You sort of have to hit your jets and then try your best to try to turn slightly. And when you get too weak, just kill more Jawas and collect their big hearts. So here we are, third stage, outside the sandcrawler. Oh, there's a Jawa, and when you shoot Jawas, they will fly off screaming. And they're kind of tiny, so you have to bend down to shoot them. So we come to the sandcrawler. Each of the doors have a little trap waiting for you. So I'm blasting them like crazy. And there's more Jawas throwing some detonators. This is probably the first part of the game where you have to do a lot of jumping, because you have to jump up to the entrance. And you blast these things. Can't remember if anything's that direction. There he goes. And those shrimps are kind of tough. And when you destroy these turrets, there are little bits of shrapnel that can fly and hurt you. Here's a power-up. So this is the Seeker third gun, and I think this is the best one, because you don't have to be in the right direction. It will sort of seek its target, but it seeks better if you're facing the right direction. So before I'm going, I'm trying to destroy every little trap. I guess now is the time to be honest with you. The jumping parts in this game can be very hard, and you will fall and have to repeat them a lot. Sometimes you will die and have to repeat them. And to make this game playthrough not last forever, I am editing some of these failed attempts. So you might see the timer change real fast because we are sort of editing those embarrassing falls out. As you can see, there's a lot of double jumping here. And you'll see that some of those doors have already been pre-blasted because we edited out many times we have fallen. So what I got there is a shield. When you get these, it will make you sort of indestructible from attacks, but you always get them when there's no enemies around, pretty much. Okay, here we go. Shooting like crazy. Here I'm just waiting for the right time to jump because I do not want to fall and have to repeat things again. Then I'll have to edit them out. There we go. This one, there's a one that's on the ground. We just have to wait for it, and we don't see it there, but we landed safely anyways. So we keep shooting like crazy to make sure we got all the little traps there. Because what happens is, you jump and a little door opens up and gets you, you will fall down, have to repeat the whole jumping sequence again. Let me just, this little small little thing to jump on. The bigger ones you prefer to land on top of these little tiny ones. So now we are kind of safe from falling, but we got these giant turrets here. And they pretty much come out of the ground. The Seeker gun works good for these because you don't have to be sort of exactly close to it and point in the right direction. And of course, when you destroy them, the shrapnel will come, so a lot of the game is basically destroy it, then kind of step back a bit if you can so you don't get hit by any debris. And these Jawas are pretty well defended. Okay, and like, how do they even live here? And we're going to go inside and you'll see that the sand crawler is pretty much a death trap. Okay, that's stage 3. Here we go. Well, stage 3 inside Sandcrawler. And we're falling, and Luke doesn't die there. There's another trap there. And the Jabba just flew off into nowhere. There he goes down. So we fall down here. More Jawas. I mean, this place is pretty well defended. But you notice that there really isn't elevators, and I don't think those Jawas can't really jump. Well, they can sort of fly and shoot them. We have thermal detonator now. And I use it there, and they all blow up. Okay, here we go. There we are. At least now there's an elevator. And we got a blaster power up. This is the rapid ion. It's pretty fast. It's rapid. And this gun, I'm not sure it's good seeker, but it will bounce off the walls. Like there. So you don't have to be actually near the enemy. You can sort of hit it against the wall and it will bounce off. So it works good in confined spaces like this. Okay, and another door there. Here comes another elevator. You see I'm just sort of blasting ahead of time, hoping that it'll just bounce up and destroy my enemies. There it goes, and Luke will impels himself on a lightsaber, which is basically allows you to extend your life bar. Okay, we're coming to another area. So you see there's drills in the ground. You have to jump over the drills. You'll get killed by those. And there's a little thing down there. Oh, and this thing here is I guess, laser thing on a moving conveyor belt arm. You have to, of course, destroy the laser parts before you can jump and take a ride. And you have to go through a few of these. Got super jump. If you fall, you do not die immediately. Blast in there. And we super jump. Of course, if you jump too high, you hit the roof. There we go. Another jump. And I'm not sure when these end because there's a lot of them. I think that's it. That should be it. Here we go. Okay, we're another area here. So, oh, there's the power droid. This part's kind of particularly irritating. Little force-filled lasers that come out of the ground. So when you get too close, these things will just come up and zap you. So what you have to do is what you see I'm trying to do, is you have to do sort of a slide on the ground. It's sort of tricky. You have to sort of time it correctly. So we make our way. And here comes another one. And of course, I have the laser above me and the little flame below me. And then you have the force field on the ground. And you can't take a lot of time and lose some health doing this. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to figure out if I can bounce the ions lasers to sort of hit that ground thing before I go through. And I am doing pretty bad at this. Cannot figure out how to do it properly, so we're just going to try our luck and slide across. Yep, see there's the flame. Now I'm trapped between the flame and the force field. I'm just blasting things like crazy, trying to hit it. Come on, Luke, you can do it. And you can see it's really hard, so I think we're going to give up again and just try and go for it. Then we made it. So you go down here, and that one, see, we can land in the trap there. And here we have a big laser turret, and you can't go through. You just have to keep blasting it. Grab a heart there. Here comes another one, and we start just sort of blasting it before we come there. You should just blast and jump at the same time. and hope you do not get hit and you destroy it before it gets you. And of course, when you destroy it, little bits of debris will fly and hit you. So I think that's the last one on this part here. There we go. Hit a super jump over those drills. More Jawas. Okay, here comes another death trap. These things that come to the ground and smash you. So you have to do is basically slide right under them. You have to time it or sort of risk getting hit. A little bit, if you get hit slightly, you'll lose some life. But you're too slow, instant death. My life bar is getting real low. Okay, we made it. Okay, so now we'll fall this little ledge here. Oh, here we go. And once again, the big trinets from the ceiling. Okay, so you'll notice I'm gonna jump this little ledge here because I know an enemy's coming. It's a strange looking enemy. It looks like some sort of robot with a brain behind it. A robot monster, like a robot worm. And it shoots at lasers, and when it gets close like this, you gotta jump up. New blaster power up. This is the final blaster power up. The plasma wave. It's pretty destructive, but I'm not sure it's actually the best gun. So we're going to use a little over here, jump up, grab a life bar, hearts, and you'll notice we're coming up to a big boss. That's where you're getting all those power-ups. If you jump with that, the ground's not disappear. So there's lava. Mistime things here, you land on lava, instant death. So you gotta make sure you do your jumps right. Take a moment to... Oh! And there you go, we have died. So we have just skipped through all our other attempts. So we've just jumped more properly here. And of course, when you jump, you're being chased by a trail of lava. Okay, so we're coming up to our big boss. And you'll notice we are back to the flame gun because we had to restart some of the level. We need to restart a lot of the level. Here we go. Jump on there. Oops, we fell on the ground, but we're still okay. And you're too slow. The ground will keep pushing from behind, and you have to restart it once again. So here we are. Lava Beast. Jaw Wenko. So this lava creature, I guess, lives on board the Sandcrawler. And all this lava doesn't melt the entire thing, which is pretty amazing. So you'll see it has some sort of like glowing heart thing. You pretty much just got to shoot it. Just keep blasting. Jump out of the way of its spitting lava, which of course will push you off the ground. So you gotta make sure you stay on that platform while blasting it while watching me out of the way. And it's pretty much just like the Starlock monster, except if you fall in lava, you die. And we're almost there. Our health bar is getting real low, but we made it. It's not over yet. You still have to look out and jump away from those things. And look, there's R2. Stage is clear. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're our only hope. Master Luke, R2-D2 is babbling about his mission. He says that he's the property of an Obi-Wan Kenobi, a resident of these parts, and he has a very important message for him. So we are the next part, Land of the Sand People. So a new enemy there. That's that little frog thing you see outside Jabba's palace in Return of the Jedi. And when you kill it, it leaves a pool of slime goo. Step it, you get stuck. Oop, there goes a little trap there. So the sand people live in a very dangerous place, with boulders flying everywhere. And there's another blaster power-up. We want that one. And of course, you get stuck in that little sand goo. Rocks will come and get you. So now I have the Seeker, which I said before is probably one of the best blaster power-ups. Okay, we're making our way down there. slide down here. We're gonna see some sand people soon. Jawas here because Jawas live alongside the sand people. And the sand people, I mean, it's a very dangerous place to live in. Everything's just jumping and death traps everywhere. So you'll notice that's little Darth Vader's head. You get that Darth Vader's head, you get a power-up. Well, not power-up, I mean bonus points, whatever. Gotham Denier. And there you go. Not many enemies near there, because you don't really get these Deniers while you need them. And there's some more Womp Rats. Above us, little rocks that will land on you, so I'm trying to blast them ahead of time. Oh, that was Sand Person. Just run out screaming. Don't let them get too close. Just blast them as soon as you see them. There goes another one. So, in this game, it's very hard. And you only have like 3 lives. If you die, you kind of have continues, 3 continues actually. So that's about 9 lives total. But this game's really hard, and there are some tipping ports where you will die a lot. For example, this is what you have to do. Now, you'll notice that the ground below me is falling apart, and the wall behind me is getting closer and closer, so you really can't wait. So just jump, and there's a guy there, and now I died. So you see I'm at 0 lives now, and this is why you will sort of die a lot, and this game is hard. And maybe we'll make it this time. Of course, I have to have the weaker laser again. Oh, okay, 0 lives, but there's our continue. See, 3 continues. We're going to try again. And of course, sometimes you really can't see what's below you, and you really can't wait. You just have to super jump your way through. Gonna have to go for it. Okay, we made it, and we're safe for the time being. We're gonna have to do another jump like that, which is even more dangerous. There's another sandworm creature. Kind of hard to attack from this angle. Here comes another one. And you see we got attacking from all directions. There we go. I think there might be a power up here. Okay, see that? Luke Skywalker's head flying there. If you shoot or you jump on Luke Skywalker's floating head, you will get an extra life. And you're going to need these. And I'm going to show you a game secret pretty soon. I'm not sure if everyone knows this secret. I'm sure a lot of people do by now. But in order to win this game, you're going to need a lot of extra lives. So, this is something I discovered when I originally played this game back in the day. Of course, I discovered by accident. Okay, so come up right here. And we're going to have another part where you have to jump up to the sky, like this part right here. Another one of these. This one's even more deadly. So instead of jumping across, we are going to just jump off the cliff. Till we land, secret room. And here, to keep shooting up in the sky, you'll find these Luke Skywalker's heads for extra lives. And you just keep doing this. You're going to jump off. Here we are, back on the top. Just keep jumping off that cliff into the secret room and collect more extra lives. As you can see, we've jumped up to 99 because I have edited out all those attempts of me coming in there collecting those extra lives. So here comes the hard jumping part. You have to super jump while the ground's disappearing and the wall behind you is coming here. Here comes the monarchs from above, and we died again. And we're on life number 93. So that means we've already filled this about 5 times already. And it's just very hard because those things just keep coming. And here we go. And of course, when you super jump, that's often when we will fly by and get you. Nice save, and look who's this. It's Obi-Wan Kenobi. Tell me, young Luke, what brings you out this far? Ben Kenobi, boy am I glad to see you. This little droid has an important message for you. Well, little fellow, let's see what you have. General Kenobi, years ago you served my father in the Clone Wars. He now begs you to help him in his struggle against the Empire. He has placed information vital to the survival of this rebellion to the memory of this arch unit. You must see this droid safely delivered to him on Yavin. This is our desperate hour. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. Luke, we must help rescue the princess. Here is a lightsaber. It is the weapon of the Jedi Knight. Well, Princess Leia sure talks pretty fast, and that is the end of part 1.